Okay, hi everyone. So I just realized after my last Zoom lesson ended and I was in a Zoom lesson with a student that I was not recording, so I have to re-record this lesson. So this is going to be the second time I do this lesson today. So we are doing chapter 5, lesson 5, chapter 2. So let me go to lesson 5. Okay, and our learning objective today is to read the story and answer some questions about the main ideas and details of the story. Okay, so we are on chapter 2. So chapter 1, we met the class, and I forgot what the name of the teacher, Mr. Miller, I think. Anyway, the class is planning to do a project. It's a service project. They want to help people in need. So this chapter is all about finding a need.
Chapter 2, Finding a Need.
Okay, and then we have some pictures of things maybe that they could be doing. Maybe these are clues of what they're going to do for their service project. Here is somebody talking to what looks like an elderly woman. She's got short gray hair. He's talking to her on a tablet or a phone. It looks like maybe on Zoom or FaceTime. Okay, so let's see. And this is a picture of a food bank. Do you know what a food bank is? A food bank is where they collect food for needy people. They collect a lot of food and store it and distribute it to people who are in need. And the third picture is somebody who is on a laptop and they are communicating, it looks like, with people in the military. Okay, because there's somebody in the military and there's another lady in the military. So they're doing something service related to the military. Okay, so let's look at the chapter.
School is over. The students will find someone in need. Jaden sees a poster for a toy drive. The class could help at the toy drive.
Okay, so each student is maybe coming up with an idea of things that they can do for their service project. So Jaden sees a poster for a toy drive. Do you know what a toy drive is? A toy drive is where people collect toys for people that are in need, children in need usually. And during the holidays especially, maybe there's a lot of children who do not get a lot of Christmas presents because their families can't afford it. So a toy drive is a good way to help kids that are in need have a good Christmas. Okay, so that's a very good idea, a toy drive. Okay.
Riley sees a man outside. The man does not have a hat and gloves. The man must be cold. The class could get warm clothes to give to people.
Okay, Riley has another good idea. She sees a man outside and it looks like the man is cold. He's got only a small jacket, no hat, no gloves, and it looks like it's snowing, so it's really cold there. So the man must be cold. The class could get warm clothes to give to people, and that is a very good idea. A lot of places have clothing drives at this time of year because the weather is cold, and a lot of people, especially kids, don't have warm enough clothes to wear. They don't have good coats and jackets and scarves and hats and gloves. So collecting warm things for people in need is a good idea. Here's another student, and what's he doing? Look, he wants to help, and he is talking to somebody, the elderly lady. Let's see who she is to him. Let's read.
Asher talks to his grandma after school. Asher misses his grandma. She lives all alone. The class could help people who are alone.
Okay, so this is Asher, and he talks to his grandmother after school on his tablet, it looks like. And he's sad because he misses her. She lives all alone. The class could help people who are alone. Okay, that's a good idea. There's a lot of people who are alone at this time of year and they need somebody to talk to and be nice to them. Okay, and a lot of elderly people are especially lonely because their families maybe have moved away and they're all alone. Okay, so that's a good idea, helping people who are alone have company. Okay, here's another girl and she's thinking about canned food, and here's a food bank.
Sophie's mom helps at the food bank. She tells Sophie that they need food. They use the food to help people. The class could give food to the food bank.
Okay, so Sophie's mom helps at the food bank and she gives Sophie a good idea. She tells Sophie that they need a lot of food because there are probably a lot of people right now that are in need of food, especially now. Okay, so they use the food to help people. The class could give food to the food bank. They could have a food drive or maybe a canned food drive and collect food for people in need. I believe I read a story last week about that, about giving, and a class that was having a canned food drive and collecting food for the needy. And that's something that could be fun because you can have a competition to see who can bring the most cans. If everybody brings at least a few cans, then there would be a lot of food to help people in need. Okay, here's another student, and what is he doing? He's thinking about something. He's looking at the weather report. Let's read what he's doing.
Lucas sees there will be a big snowstorm. The snow will get on the sidewalks. The class could shovel sidewalks.
Okay, that's a good idea. So Lucas is seeing that there's going to be a big snowstorm and the snow will get on sidewalks, so the class could shovel sidewalks. And that's something we're not really familiar with here, but in other areas they have big snowstorms and snow gets on sidewalks, so it makes it very difficult for people to walk around and drive around, and maybe there's a lot of people who can't shovel their own sidewalks, maybe elderly people, so the class could shovel sidewalks. That's a good idea. That is kind of like the ones who do service projects like cleaning up parks and cleaning up communities. That's a nice thing to do for your community. Okay, here's another student.
Trinity looks for ideas on the internet. She finds an idea to send care packages to people. They could send them to soldiers.
Okay, that's a good idea. She thinks that the class could send care packages to people, to soldiers especially, because maybe soldiers are overseas, they don't get to see their family during the holidays, so maybe they can put together packages of things that they might need from home to make their time overseas more comfortable. Okay, or maybe send them snacks that they could enjoy. That's a good idea.
The students share their ideas with the class. There are many ways to help. The class picks one way to help.
Okay, so everybody has an idea. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students here, and each student has an idea. So let's see which idea they pick to help. Okay, I think we're going to find out in the next chapter. So at home, maybe your parents or whoever's helping you at home could ask you to find some of the vocabulary words, like find the word help. Do you see help? Maybe on this side of the page, somebody is lending a hand to help somebody who's on the ground get up.
Help.
Help. Okay, and I see another vocabulary word here. Give. Okay, somebody is giving somebody something, a box it looks like.
Give.
Okay, this area, the yellow, there's a vocabulary word that we see a lot, need, and that's something that is a basic thing that people need to live, okay? Here's the word need.
Need.
Okay, so ask somebody to help you find a few more of the vocabulary words, or just any of the words like food, or food bank or toy drive, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and go on to the questions, and you can pause the video here and answer the questions and then come back and correct them with me. I'm going to go ahead and correct the questions now. Okay, number 1.
What is this chapter about?
What is the chapter about? Is it about A, parties, B, websites, or C, needs? Is it about parties?
Parties.
No. Is it about
Websites.
websites? No. Is it about needs? Yes.
Needs.
Okay, number 2.
What does Jaden see a poster for?
What does Jaden see a poster for? A, toy drive, B, concert, or C, soccer game? A, toy drive
Toy drive.
is correct. A, toy drive. Number 3.
What does the man not have?
Okay, what does the man not have? And that man, if you remember in the very beginning of the chapter, I forgot the girl's name. She sees a man who doesn't have something and he looks cold. Is it A, hair and shoes, B, dog and cat, or C, hat and gloves? So does he A, not have hair and shoes?
Hair and shoes.
No, he had hair and he had shoes on. B, dog and cat.
Dog and cat.
No. Or C, hat and gloves.
Hat and gloves.
That's correct. Hat and gloves. Number 4.
Where does Sophie's mom help?
Okay, where does Sophie's mom help? A, school, B, food bank, or C, mall? Sophie's mom, does she help at the school? A?
School.
No. Does she help at B, the food bank? Yes.
Food bank.
Okay, and the last one.
What is important to know about this chapter?
Okay, what's important to know about this chapter? A
There are many ways to help.
or B?
No one needs help.
Is that true? Or C?
You can only help your family.
Is that true? You can only help your family? I don't think so. I think it's A. There are many ways to help. Okay, and hopefully in the next chapter we see what they pick, what their service project is going to be. I'm interested to find out. Okay, so that's all for now. I have to go to my afternoon lesson, so I will see you there, I hope. Okay, if not, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.